Thank you very much for the kind introduction. My name is Yoshida from Tohoku University, and today I would like to talk about activities of Japan Health Physics Society. Right after the Fukushima Daiichi accident, over the 10 years, the society has been engaged in various activities, and I would like to emphasize on the communication with the general public today, and also radiation and also its risks. How did we communicate with the general public and how we engaged our general public in our activities? So those are the things I would like to talk about today. The treated water is today's topic. We also have activities related to the treated water at the society, so I also like to touch upon that. So the Japan Health Physics Society, JHPS, is the group of the radiation protection professionals. We conduct basic research. We also are covering the applications of the technologies developed. So the society encompasses wide-ranging topics. After the Fukushima Daiichi accident, through various academic activities, we try to contribute to the reconstruction of the community from this accident. So that's part of our mission. So this is the organization of the JHPS. You can see the activities on the right-hand side. The general public related activities are also included here. So for example, we have the translation working group. We also have the treated related expert study group, which focuses on tritium in the environment. So at the JHPS, in the after of the Fukushima Daiichi accident, with regard to the engagement of the general public, we try to accelerate our efforts. One of the activities that we conducted is that on the 25th of the 2021, we have launched the website called Q&A by experts on radiation in daily life. Once again, sorry, some people are not muted. So we launched a website, Q&A by experts on radiation in daily life, and where we addressed every question we received from the general public about the radiation. Well, today it is already closed. However, the contents of this Q&A has been compiled into a leaflet and has been published. So this Q&A by expert on radiation in daily life, through this activity, we learned actually a lot from the general public. So when we listened to the general public, their feedback on this Q&A activity was very good. They said that there's not enough explanation in the media coverage. And also the government commented that there is no immediate danger in the aftermath of the accident. But actually, such comment actually led to the loss of confidence in the government. In the immediate aftermath of the accident, the focus of government, local authorities, and experts is on how quickly people can be given the right information. However, it is often difficult for the general public to fully understand and appreciate the information provided by the authority. And I think what they are looking for basically is, what about me? And please answer to my individual questions. So, however, after the accident, for a while, it was very difficult for the general public to receive questions which concern themselves. So the radiation protection professionals, from the perspective of the radiological protection, were able to address each and every question we received through this Q&A activity. I think it was quite rare at that time that we were able to have such activity with the general public. As we interact with the general public, we also actually learned from this interaction and realized that there's a lot that experts need to learn. This JHPS also is involved in the international activities. There is a large international association called International Radiation Protection Association, ARPA, and we are a member of this association. This ARPA was also affected by this Fukushima Daiichi accident. The experts and professionals to have engagement with the general public, it was recognized, was quite important. How general public was able to be communicated with the actual risks and information about the radiation. In order to focus on this point, the guidance was published, and it covers the medical exposure and also the emergency exposure. Also, there are specific situation related to the long-term construction as well as the immediate aftermath of the accident, and how professionals could be part of those different scenarios and processes. This is the English version. The original is the English version. So JHPS is currently translating this guidance. And as part of our international activities, uh, under ARPA, there is the Asian and Oceanic Association for Radiation Protection, where 7 societies belong to, between Australia and Korean societies. The 3 of us are collaborating quite frequently in a variety of fields. So against such background, at JHPS, since June 2020 through to August this year, we have organized symposiums and workshops as listed here. The first one was held in June 2020. This is the JHPS International Symposium on treated water issue. And we discussed the international and domestic perspective of the radiological protection, and we were able to listen to the various speakers, experts from Taiwan and from Korea. We were joined by the experts, and also from Japan. Ms. Ando, the Ethos of Fukushima, also took part. The treated waters, the safety, and also the forming on the social consensus were discussed, and this was held in the live session format. And then the local fisherman was also participated. Mr. Kikuchi from Soma Fishery Port joined, and I interviewed him. This Mr. Kikuchi said that the majority of the public do not understand the safety of tritium. And as fishermen, we were very concerned about the reputational damage. We feel safety is not well understood by the public. Also, he said that the government should stand by and support the fishermen along the way. Just providing monetary compensation is not sufficient. Also, he said that this is just not a problem for the fishermen or for Fukushima or for the specific region. We want people to think about it as their own problem, not someone else. And we should not consider this a small local problem. So we took into considerations the points he raised. And today, I don't have enough time to introduce all the comments, remarks made, but we received some messages from the speakers. The first one I would like to introduce to you is the further disclosure and dissemination of information is necessary and important, both domestically and internationally. But when the information is provided, the key is whether the information provider can be trusted or not. And when it comes to the issue of trust, the safety itself is the matter of trust. As we listen to the experts to the speakers this morning, scientific knowledge and scientific research data are important, but they are just the starting point. It's just the forms the basis for the further discussion. And once again, the safety of the tritium is not understood by the general public. We need to make more efforts to explain the scientific data in a very easy to understand manner. So through this symposium, we gained a lot of feedback. And also from the COP, the Korean Association for Radiation Protection, they invited us to join the workshop in March this year, and we jointly hosted this workshop. And then there were certain common issues we share between COP and the Japan Health Physics Society. As was mentioned in the morning's presentation, the negative information is continued to be disseminated amongst the Korean public. Also, when it comes to there is a lack of a comprehensive strategy and a communication platform on how to communicate with the public about radiation. That is the problem. Also, what is needed to deal with the social confusion in the immediate aftermath of the accident, how to communicate with experts and the general public, with experts and the media, and how to share information with the public in a trustworthy manner. So those are the issues that we both identified as the common issues and challenges faced by the two countries. As you know, in Korea, embargo is placed upon the import of the marine products from Japan. They have strengthened their measures. In 2013, they have strengthened their restrictions on the import of the marine products. Still, there are the imports from marine products from 8 prefectures are banned. So, for example, in Miyagi prefecture, so some 80% of a certain marine product was used to be exported to Korea, but now it's been banned. As was mentioned by Dr. Han in the morning, the Korean public see the products produced in the disaster-affected area, specifically Fukushima. They consider them as quite dangerous. So I think that is the background that we see in the current trend. So in June this year, the JHPS has initiated the work to prepare for the symposium called the Current Status of Fukushima Daiichi Decommissioning Project, Treated Water, and the Future Collaboration among radiological protection experts. And one of the topics we covered was Korean public's understanding. And this again was jointly hosted by the COB and JHPS. And we also discussed the engagement of the Korean publics. And we as a professionals need to figure out the way to engage the general public was one of the main issues that we discussed. So the treated water issue, one of the roles that JHPS should serve is that from the point of view of radiation protection, we should support not only to the technical issues of safety, but also support the social issues. We should see as a social issue, and we need to try to resolve that. And we need further disclosure and dissemination of information, both domestically and internationally. And also, when information is provided, we need to make sure that people can trust that information. And the scientific knowledge and scientific research data are important, but this is just at the bottom line, just as the starting point. We just need to start discussion based on the scientific knowledge. That's only the starting point. Just to repeat, the majority of people do not understand the safety of tritium, as pointed out by the fishery community. And we take that point very seriously. So our society already has the international network that we are part of. So we would like to leverage upon that international network, and especially with the Korean Association for Radiation Protection, we believe that we need to make further efforts. And that's all. Thank you very much.